Let's see what that's gonna be. It actually feels a little better. That might be a keeper, and if that is a keeper, I'm gonna hold on to this one today. I got a mark on the side of the kayak right here. Oh yeah, he just makes 15, so that's a keeper. I don't have a cooler, but I do have that back there. I'll just toss him right there for now. Alright, well, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam. This is First Man Fishing, and today I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different. If you watched my last video where I test the worm harness versus the Husky Jerk, you'll remember I kept a couple walleye on that one. So I had 2 walleye. I ended up cleaning them up at the lake, and I decided to bring them home and cook them here. So if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. So go ahead, finish this one, and then click on that one. It'll pop up. So I've got the fillets here. I cleaned the fish up at the lake. I just went through and just made sure I didn't have any more pin bones, just cleaned the fillets up a little bit more, but I got a couple of really nice, just white walleye fillets here. So I think what I'm gonna do today is just blacken this fish up and go ahead and make a sandwich. It's something easy, something I've done a bunch of times. It's pretty tasty. So I'm gonna take these fillets and I'm gonna make them just a bit smaller. So on these larger ones, I'll just cut them right there. Just kind of make them into a couple smaller portions so they fit nicer on the bone. Cut that guy up. As far as fish go that I like to eat, I think walleye is probably my favorite in Colorado. There's not a lot of other fish that are quite as good here, I don't think. I'm not a big fan of trout. I've just never liked eating those too much. I don't know why. There's a lot of pin bones. They're just not as tasty, but these nice white walleye fry up nice, they blacken nicely. So got everything cut up, just kind of smaller chunks here. I'm gonna go ahead and use this pre-made Old Barrel blackening seasoning. It's really easy to make. I mean, a lot of the times I won't use much more than like garlic, salt and pepper, some onion powder, paprika, maybe some cayenne. So I'm just gonna put some of this on this plate here. I don't want to dump it all out yet, but then I'm just gonna take my fish, just coat both sides. So you've got a nice, just even coating in the blackening seasoning, and just set it aside. I'll just do that with all the pieces. Got everything all seasoned up. Let's go ahead and take a medium-sized frying pan, get it over some heat, and then I'll just throw some butter in there. Just a couple pretty good dollops of butter here. Let that get nice and hot and melted. Alright, the butter's getting pretty hot, it's starting to brown a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the fish. And I think I can do most of this in one batch, so I'm gonna go ahead and just layer it up in there. That looks like I'll have to do 2, just fine. Okay, it already smells good. I'm gonna go ahead and let that start to blacken, and then I'm gonna grab some lettuce from the garden real quick so I can add that to the sandwich. This will only take a couple minutes. This cooks pretty fast. All right. Our garden's got a little out of hand, and last year's lettuce started to seed everywhere, so I'm just gonna pick some lettuce from this plant. A couple good pieces here. Yeah, I let everything go to seed, so I got lettuce in the rocks, I got cilantro growing in the pavers over here, got some random spinach. So while that's blackening, I'm going to mix up just a spread for it. Go ahead and use this Kinder's Louisiana style hot sauce, and then I'm going to mix it up with some Best Foods just avocado mayonnaise. So it's going to be mostly mayonnaise, probably 2/3 mayonnaise, 1/3 hot sauce. Just put some mayonnaise in there. That's probably more than enough for 2 sandwiches. Then just some hot sauce. And then, real quick, I'm gonna flip those guys. You can see it's starting to smoke just a little bit. You don't really want to let them burn, but you want them to get dark, so I'm just gonna flip that. Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, I am gonna add just another little dollop of butter in there. Gotta get that butter in that fish. Let that side cook up. Let that other side cook. Actually, I'm gonna add just another little dollop of butter in there. All right, just stir this guy up. Mix it up nicely. Just kind of get it completely mixed and then just taste it. I think it's pretty good as is, but if you want it to be a little spicier, you can add more of the hot sauce. It's a medium, so it's not going to get very hot anyway. That's plenty, again, for 1 or 2 sandwiches. That's more than enough. It's pretty good hot sauce, that Kinder stuff. We got like nice bit of black on both sides. The fish is starting to flake, smoking just a little bit. I got a couple more pieces, so I'm gonna throw them on. That nice and coated. All right, while that blackens, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this brioche on here. Just let that go for a minute. All right, let's go ahead and pull the brioche. Everything's nice and brown, nice and hot. While that last bit of fish cooks up, I'm gonna go ahead and assemble the first sandwich. Yeah, this is gonna be a real simple sandwich. It's just gonna be fish, lettuce, sauce, and the brioche buns. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the bottom bun and just load it up with this hot sauce mix that we made. Just spread that around on there. I like that. Alright, so the next, some of this lettuce from the garden, just a couple leaves. And then I'm just going to throw whole filet on there. Probably another whole filet on there. So 2 fillets. So that'll be it. Go ahead and close that up and eat it. Pretty simple sandwich, but it's going to be tasty. Now, I'm not going to pretend like it's the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my whole life on the first bite, because I've made these sandwiches before. I know what they taste like, so, but it is good. I mean, walleye is super soft. It's super white. I mean, just take a look at the walleye meat. It's really, really white, and it's really flaky. And I like doing it this way because it's super easy. It takes 10 minutes to cook it. It cooks super fast. Especially on a fish this size with the really thin fillets, they cook up real easy. Now you don't need a whole lot of things on this sandwich either. The hot sauce mayo mix, there's a lot of flavor. The blackening seasoning is plenty of flavor. And then I always prefer brioche. I just like it, it's a little softer. But you can do sourdough buns, you can do a ciabatta. It's hard for me to say if I like cooking or fishing more. I really like fishing, and I probably like fishing more, but it's not something I can always do all the time. If work's busy or we got a lot going on with the kids, I can't just go out and fish every day, as much as I'd like to. But cooking is like, you know, we gotta eat, so every night we're gonna be cooking something different. So it's something else I enjoy. And it's really cool being able to catch something, you know, clean it up yourself and then cook it, so you know where the food, or the fish in this case, exactly came from. You know how long it's been in the fridge, you know how long ago it died. It's not like the store where you don't know where that fish came from or how long it's been, you know, in a freezer, or, you know, even in the fridge section. So it's cool catching your own fish and cooking it. Man, that actually is pretty good. Again, I'm not gonna pretend like it's the greatest thing I've ever had, because I've made these sandwiches before, so I know what I'm in for here, but these are always good, and walleye is always delicious. So, finish my sandwich here. Well, once again, I'm Adam, this is First Man Fishing. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to watch that Husky Jerk versus Walleye video if you haven't.